Transforming your fear of intimacy will bring you more money, better relationships. How do you know when you have a fear of intimacy? Let's say you invoice a client and they are late paying you and you absolutely refuse to pick up the phone and call them. You'll send an email or a text, but you won't talk with them on the phone. Another way you know that you have a fear of intimacy would be if you avoid intimacy with your partner, and you might tell yourself it's because it's boring and redundant, but it also may feel like an obligation, something you have to do so that they don't cheat on you or leave you. And you can't reach climax without perhaps picturing anybody but the two of you in the act of intimacy. So why might a person avoid confronting the fact that they have a fear of intimacy? Why might they just say, oh, everybody deals with that, it's normal? The majority of us do deal with it. It's not normal. Common doesn't equal normal. What a lot of us are afraid of is that we're going to have to confront something that caused us to have the fear of intimacy. We don't want to know what caused it, because then, I don't know, we might have to feel the feeling that we've been avoiding forever. For me, those feelings were betrayal, humiliation, abandonment. We also fear that we may have to confront someone who caused us to have this fear of intimacy. And the truth is, we never have to confront any person in order to heal. We can do this work without confronting people and trying to force them to apologize. Often, the other party may not think that they did anything wrong at all. So you won't get an apology out of it. So going and doing that confrontation won't do you any good. Maybe just re-traumatize you. But those feelings that you've been avoiding, for me, again, humility, betrayal, feeling them will not kill you. It actually isn't as painful when you're an adult. They just kind of pass through your body. And in doing healing work, you will figure out at some point, whenever the universe or God or your higher self, whatever you like to call it, decides that you're ready, you will find out what caused you to have the fear of intimacy. And that may cause you to decide to make a change in your relationships. If you're still in a relationship with someone who caused you to have that fear, or, what you'll find out is that the information you now have that's useful is that this certain outer stimuli or stimulus causes my nervous system to have this reaction. It's really not necessarily about another person and their behavior and your need to change their behavior. It's just really good information to know my nervous system responds to this stimulus in this way. So I now know that I can avoid those types of situations, or I can teach myself to resource so that no matter what's going on outside of me, I can remain feeling the way I want to feel. There are different options, but you may decide to end a relationship with a person. That's one of the biggest fears, is to be in a relationship with a person who did this action, and now you think, well, now I have to cut this person out of my life, and I don't want to, and I just want to keep things smooth and easy and peaceful. And okay, I mean, you can make that choice. It takes a certain amount of work, but it's possible. And you also can decide, this relationship isn't serving me, I'm going to move on from it. And you'll make the right decision for you, and you'll feel good about it. So all these fears that you have about healing and facing things that happened and upset you, they really just help you have the information you need to make good choices from here on out. And all of it feels a lot less scary. So I invite you to work with me if it feels like I'm the right fit, the aligned fit. And you can DM me for more information. There are links in my bio where you can find other ways to contact me. And it's a worthwhile journey. It's not as scary as you might think. And it leads to a greater sense of empowerment and choice and safety. When you've healed, you still get to remain a human. You don't have to become some ascended master, like meditating in a temple all day long, and like you'll still get to make bad choices. You'll still get to do things that turn you on that shouldn't, or whatever your thing is that you're afraid you're gonna have to let go of. You probably will let go of a lot of stuff that doesn't serve you, but you're not going to become something other. You're not going to become some perfect thing that doesn't get to have all the human sensations. You're just going to be more present with the pleasure of the sensations that you're feeling. Instead of dissociating and avoiding and capping your pleasure, you're going to be with it. You're going to feel it more intensely.